Welcome back to another episode of Zero to Hero Live. I am with the one and only Bo Skitsko from Bo Fit. Right out
What's up?
Wait, there he is. What's up, guys? Hey, this is Zero to Hero Live. It's all about helping you chase the next best version of yourself. I own the number one book creation service on the planet. We work with entrepreneurs all over the world, helping them tell their story in a professional manner so they can elevate their status and change the world. I'm with Bo Skitsko. Thanks so much for doing this, man. Right here.
Right here.
Stay sore. The name is amazing, dude. It's so catchy. It's a great hashtag. First off, introduce yourself, man.
So what's up, Mike? My name is Bo. I'm the owner of a gym, Bo Fit. It's a fitness studio, and you helped me create this. I had a lot of failed attempts myself, and then halfway through the book, I contacted Mike, and he helped me very seamlessly and made a lot of stressful things much easier. Thanks, Mike.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so go ahead on and tell us a little bit about Bo Fit. Well, I'm going to move this mic around. I'm going to get this fixed for you, but tell us a little bit about Bo Fit. What do you do? Who are your clients, and where are you located?
All right. So we're in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's a studio. I started off as a personal trainer, and then I decided to move out of a big box gym and start my own journey, my own business, and help people on my own terms, the way I believe is the best way for my clients, for me, for my sanity, for my ethics, for everything. So, and it went from a few personal training clients to now hiring personal trainers and having other people teach my classes and teach my clients. It's slowly growing from a little side gig into a business that is supporting me, my family, and pretty soon, hopefully other people as well. I cannot hear you.
There we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, so Bo Fit, I met you through a man named Tim Lyons. Now, what's amazing about what Tim Lyons does is he helps coaches like you grow really big, really fast. So it was him that introduced you to me, and how important it was to tell your story. So can you tell us a little bit about how important it was to hire a coach to kind of say, listen, as a coach, you need to get your story out there?
Oh yeah. So when I started this whole journey of owning my own business, I would like to think that I'm a really good trainer. I'm a really good coach. I know everything about the human body, or a lot that I'm still learning. I'm gonna learn forever. But I didn't realize how challenging it is to run a business. Anything from accounting, insurance, dealing with the city, licenses. Holy, that was a whole new experience. I knew it would be tough, but I didn't expect that tough. And I was like, physically, yes, but even mentally breaking down. I was like at the point where I was thinking about giving up. And then I saw some ads from Tim, and I was so frustrated. I was ready to do anything. I contacted him, got together with his team, did his personal coaching program, and you know what? It was amazing. Investing in a coach is just, you got to do it. My clients invest in me as a coach, so they don't have to go through all the struggles themselves and figure it out. I know what I'm doing, and I hired him as a business coach. He knows what he's doing, and I went from frustrating to growing. So it was amazing. Beautiful. And actually, after the whole thing, I saw you on a podcast with Tim, and long story short, here we go. I have a book.
Well, that's the power of a podcast, but also the power of actually going to see your clients. Now, you work with clients one-on-one and in group classes. I really never get to meet the people I work with, but whenever I traveled across the country, I did a Jeep Across America tour. I said, for damn sure, I'm going to meet Tim Lyons because his book is phenomenal. His business is crazy, and I want to meet him in person. When I got there, he has an incredible podcast setup. Been there. You've been to his studio.
Yes, I was there. I was inside.
Yeah, in Arizona. And we did a podcast like 2 days after his podcast aired. I got like 5 or 6 phone calls. So getting to these locations, doing great podcasts, getting exposure, and working with great people. And obviously, if you're with Tim Lyons and his crew, you're working with good people.
Oh, yeah.
So okay, so you got the fitness studio. You were looking for help. You met Tim Lyons. He put you in front of me. We crafted the story of your background, the lessons you want to teach your audience in a quick form here. What is this book about? Stay Sore: How to Break Through the Fear of Change into a Better Life. What's this about?
So the book is, I think there's two parts of getting the best version of you. One is your body and health, physical health. So that's what I do here in the studio. And the more I train people, the more I see that there's a mental aspect to it as well, a mindset aspect. And I kind of wanted to reach out into that aspect and write a book about mental strength, because I mean, if your body is strong, but your mind is not strong, it's not going to do much without the mind. I decided to write this book. I always tell my clients, stay sore. Why? Because nothing good comes easy, right? If you want something, you got to work for it. So always after the workout, oh, I'm so sore. And I'm like, yes, you're sore. It worked. You're getting better. So stay sore, stay sore. And then I know this book happened, and it wasn't planned as far as premeditated what the name is going to be. I started off writing as sort of a therapy for myself. I started writing a book, I told you, maybe like 15 different times and always failed, but writing was a therapy for me. Running the business and running in a million different directions, trying to do everything myself, from building the website, marketing, hiring people to training people. So I had a lot of anxieties, and instead of watching YouTube videos at night and not sleeping, I decided, what about writing a book instead of just waiting to fall asleep, do something productive. So instead of feeling sorry for myself, I decided I'll be a published author. And when I saw that it was actually becoming pretty real, I found you through Tim, and it just worked. The timing was perfect. You helped me create the stories a little better than I would do myself. You helped me structure it, which I was lacking. So there we go. I have a book. So now I can help people physically and mentally.
Beautiful. And on the back of the book here, guys, it says this book will show you how to take control over your anxieties, how to be more decisive, how to set goals and crush them, which that's a huge piece of the book I've picked up, how to turn failure into success, and how to fall in love with the difficult process of personal growth. Fall in love with the difficult process. I was just meeting with someone earlier today, and it's so crazy how you have to fall in love with pain. That sounds crazy, but we talked about how being an entrepreneur or doing what you do, it's almost as if it's illogical to many individuals, because you really do got to love the journey, and the journey is full of craziness. So you nailed it right here. And in the book here, one of the chapters that I love about that you talk about is chapter 7. When you invest, you commit. Just like hiring a coach, whether it's you hiring someone else, you hiring me, them hiring you. Why is it so important? We got 2020 coming up, to commit to a coach, to someone to guide you, to hold you accountable. Because why? We are procrastinators, right? We always find the easier way out. We don't hold ourselves accountable, but we'll hold other people accountable. What can you add to this? Because your book adds a lot to that subject.
Yeah, there's a whole chapter on that. Even the quote after the chapter, show me where your money is and I'll show you where your heart is. I used to offer these, I had these ads on Facebook offering a free first workout for other people to come check out my gym, but it's free, so therefore it has no value. So people would just schedule it and not show up. The second they put money on the table, the second they paid a little introduction fee for the first workout, they showed up like that. Boom, boom, next one, So I didn't value myself, therefore they didn't value me. Now we flipped it around. That's as far as value, but also the chapter talks about investing into something, investing into a coach. I believe truly that there's only one shortcut in life, and that is learning from other people's mistakes or successes. You could go through the whole thing, learn it yourself, or you can just talk to somebody, hire somebody to teach it in a fraction of the time. Why hurt yourself if you can learn from the hurts of others?
Oof, it's good. If there was one story that sticks out in your mind, I think I kind of know what it is, but what is one story? We always talk about how your story is what connects you with your audience. And when you were growing your business and the people coming in and your target audience might have changed, when people started to know who you were as a person, where you came from, what you believe in, it changed your business. So what is one story that sticks out in your mind that the viewers, whether it's now, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram eventually, I want them to see this video or even just a clip from it. And what is one story that means a lot to you that really maybe changed your life or changed your business that's in this book?
That's in this book. Well, when I do you mean about investing or just a story in the book?
Just a story that people can get a glimpse of who you are as a person. This is huge.
Well, I'm here to serve others. I'm here to help others. There's so many industries where you can make money. The fitness industry is not a money industry. It's a helping others industry. And by helping others, you can actually make a buck or two. So I was so focused on helping others, running the business, learning the business, trying to do a business that people would be comfortable in and be comfortable being part of, that I ran myself into so much stress and anxiety that one day I ended up in the hospital with what I thought was a heart attack, but it turns out it was a massive stress/anxiety attack. My heart was going through the roof. I couldn't catch my breath. I thought I'm done, you know. And I was just trying to do the best I could without knowing how to actually do it. I was just trial and erroring everything and running everything. Actually, that's where I hired Tim as a coach. And, you know, I got out of it. Instead of feeling sorry for myself, I figured I have to learn how to take control and charge of over my habits, over my sleep, over my stressors, over my clients, over the business. And I learned that I can actually control my life way more than I expected.
Wow. So you were in the hospital thinking you're dying almost, and you knew that something had to change. Isn't that scary? How our health has to really decrease before us to actually make a decision to change?
It happens. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. No, you know, when my clients talk to me about like nutrition or like stop smoking or like you need to do this or that in order to improve your health, the answer is always, oh, I don't have time for all this. I don't have time to count my calories. It's impossible. I'm not going to stop smoking. The second the doctor says something like, hey, how about you go check for cancer just to make sure, all of a sudden you can skip smoking and quit smoking, you know? If there's
something that hits you, yeah.
It's boom, right? One of my clients, I told her, you have to watch your sugar intake. You have to watch your vegetables and all that, you know, the whole nutrition thing, just general guidelines. She would never do that. One day she comes back from a doctor's visit and she tells me, I'm pre-diabetic. We did a blood test. I'm pre-diabetic and I might have to inject insulin for the rest of my life, a needle every single day. She got so scared. She lost 45 pounds in under 6 months, and she's close to 70 years old. She's not pre-diabetic anymore. But she kept telling me for years, oh, I'm not going to watch my calories. I'm not going to count calories. I'm not going to watch my sugar. I'm too old for that. I just want to live happily. All of a sudden, that needle scared her. She lost 45 pounds in under 6 months. And it turns out it's possible. You can find time. You just have to have a really big reason, the why.
Is that the story that you shared in the chapter, How Bad Do You Want It? Because
yes, that's the main story. How bad do you want it? It always comes down to that.
Yep. So that's the chapter. How bad do you want it? And I think that everything can go back to how bad you want it. And I posted something yesterday, and it really kind of lit a fire under someone else's ass. And what it was
Nice.
it just goes to show you that, you know, okay, I could always put off starting a business. I could always put off, you know, losing weight. But if your goal is maybe somebody getting married and now you have this deadline of, okay, I'm going to want to look my best for the wedding, all of a sudden you just go into high gear. You have this deadline, but you want it so badly that you're willing to do whatever's necessary to make sure it comes to life. So it's for the business. It could be your fitness. It could be anything. It really comes down to deadlines and the drive inside. There's no other shortcut. It's through pain. It's through time, but it's really through your own drive inside of you that pushes you through all that. Right, Bo?
Very, very true. The other chapter in the book called loud goals. Set loud goals.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. Chapter
there you
16.
go. You got to set loud goals. If you don't have a deadline and the loud goal that you let others know, you have no reason to push. You can always say, I'll do it next Monday or next Monday, you know. But once you set a loud goal that everyone knows about, all of a sudden you have to stay accountable to all those people you talk to. I have another client right now. She's getting ready for a figure show, like bikini, but figure, a little more muscle on those girls. And she's getting ready for the show. Everyone knows she's registered. There's a deadline. There's a date. There's an hour when she has to stand on stage in a 4-ounce fabric bikini. There's not much to cover. So she has to be on point. So right now, every single decision she makes, every single meal, every single calorie, every single bite, every single repetition in the gym, all of a sudden counts and has extreme value. You can't just say tomorrow, because it's one less day towards that competition. So loud goals. Everyone has to know about the goal, and all of a sudden you can make things happen. It's either an emotion, like how bad do you want it? You're scared of that insulin shot every day, so an emotion makes you work, or a deadline that you have to stay accountable to. Something has to be there to keep pushing you, because most of us, we're procrastinators. So you have to create artificial motivators to propel you forward.
Artificial motivators. I'm glad you brought that up. If you put it out in the world and you're boasting about it, and some will say you're bragging about it, but what you're doing is basically showing it to the world that you know it's real, someone else knows it's real, and then that way you might just worry a little bit more about what you eat or how hard you work to get there. That's it, right?
That's it. I mean, who cares? Even if I'm bragging about it, at least I'm trying to achieve something.
Exactly. Some will say it's bragging. We talked about this yesterday, right, Bo?
Yeah.
Some will say it's bragging. Some will be inspired by it. Some will ignore it. You can't do anything about it. 3 people look at it in 3 different ways.
I mean, you can use anything as something that drives you forward, or something you're going to be mad about. But what is mad going to help you?
Right. So there's a couple questions, and we always put questions at the end of the chapters. I always recommend them. You put in some really good ones, and I don't know, the homework assignments. You big believer in these homework assignments at the end of every chapter. How fast do you want to get to your goal? What's your time frame? What are you willing to give or give up to get there faster? That's a great question, by the way. What are you willing to give up? Not many people are willing to give up anything.
Most people write down their goals and let it be. The better people, the ones that actually get a little closer to the goal, write down what they need to do towards that. But almost nobody writes down what they're willing to sacrifice to achieve that goal. And usually it is sacrifice, either time, effort, money, ethics. You got to give up something to achieve your goal. And most people don't like to think about it that way, because it's a rough mindset. But you got to get sore. You got to get uncomfortable. Give something up to get something better.
And you have something in here that I want to bring up. You, in one of your first chapters, you talk about you had notepads everywhere. And what I want to refer to in this is you have these, like, what are 5 daily habits that you could incorporate to potentially get closer to your goal without spending too much time on. Just these little things that kind of get your mind thinking every day about a certain task. And putting these in the book will be sort of like a takeaway. When they write it down, that they can carry this around, they can take it to the gym. It could be like their book that they can go back and reference months, years later. But you talk about in your first or second chapter how you had notepads everywhere. The power of writing stuff down.
Just a second. This is not staged. I'm reaching over here. Check this out. 1, 2. Hold on, 2. There's 2 of them.
This is not staged. We didn't talk about this at all.
This is not staged. I have more, but I have to reach for them. Anyway, there's stuff on this. I write things down, like lists of things. They keep me accountable. Ideas, everything. I promise you will forget. If you have a genius idea right now, you go to sleep, you'll forget, and you're gonna be frustrated in the morning.
Yep.
So I'm not staging this. If I say something, I actually do it. I will never teach a client of mine something that I haven't tried first.
And what does it do for you? Does it make it real when you write it down?
So here's what it does to me. If you have an idea in mind, it's just kind of an idea, something that might or might not happen. If you have to write down a grammatically correct sentence that has structure to it, you have to pick your words extremely carefully. Therefore, the meaning of every word and then the end goal has so much more value and is so much more precise and distinct. You can almost touch it. You know exactly how to get there, what to do. Otherwise, you just have these floaters that you one day may or may not try to achieve. You know, if it's in one simple sentence that grammatically makes sense, there's some power to it. You have to word it very carefully. If you choose your words carefully, all of a sudden it shapes the dream, the goal, into something that is either too hard, too easy, achievable, not achievable, scary. But you build, by the end of the sentence, you have already built a list of tasks you have to do to accomplish it. It just puts everything together and organizes it.
The title of the book, Stay Sore, is so you. And I believe I got a couple emails before we even figured out the title of this book. You know, we started talking about it, I guess, at the very end of when we put it all together with you. And I remember you saying, like, stay sore in everything. And we kind of came to the conclusion that should be the title of this book. It's part of who you are. You say it all the time. It's in your branding. And guess what? When they hear that phrase from here on out, they're going to think of you. If they pick the book up and then they get to know you, or they get to know you and then they pick the book up, it's you to a T.
I'm so extremely proud of the name. I was kind of, but when I was getting ready, done with like the last few chapters, but still didn't have a name for the book, I don't even understand. How didn't I think about it the exact same second? It makes so much sense. I say that every day about 15 to 20 times. And I truly mean it, because you can't achieve something without putting some effort into it. You can't grow without soreness. You can't expect great things by being comfortable. So you got to get uncomfortable.
I love it.
Right. So the name is just, I'm so proud of that name. I just don't know how it didn't happen right away.
Yeah, I really, really like the name. And the book itself is phenomenal. It has incredible lessons, incredible stories.
Thank you.
You as you as a person and what you do for people, is there anything you could share fitness wise, or maybe, you know, transformation wise, that you've done for someone at your business? Because everyone out there, if you guys see what Bo does, he's really, really putting himself out there online, and he's growing his brand. He's going to use this to get speaking gigs. He's going to use this to probably do book signings, get a lot of clients. But at the end of the day, he's going to really, really help them through his fitness business. And so what have you done, Bo, or in the past for someone? You have a story. I believe it's like you helped them lose like 40 pounds or something.
Tell me. I honestly, I wouldn't know where to start, because there's so many crazy stories. Some of the stories don't have a before and after picture of the body. Some of the stories have a before and after picture of the mind. People coming in with anxieties, insecurities. There's trouble in the family. Kids move out, and then the husband and wife don't know how to interact between each other, because there's not that intermediate child there. The child moves out to college, and they don't know how to act together. And turns out fitness can help even that. But as far as physical things, you know, one of my clients, she has been with me 3 years. This is for you if you're going to listen. You know who you are. But she had knee surgery, and she couldn't lift her knee. You know that machine in the gym, you sit down and extend your legs?
Yep.
You put it on the lightest pin. She was in so much pain moving that little thingy. So her knee was hurting, and she didn't believe she couldn't achieve anything. She was like in disbelief, but her girlfriend dragged her to me. We started working out. Long story short, 3 years later, she squats, excuse my language, but ass to grass, deep, 225 pounds. She's one of the strongest clients I have here. She deadlifts over 200, squats over 200 pounds with a barbell. She's such a, let's just say badass, super strong, you know, and she had knee surgery. It's all rebuilt. And she didn't believe she could do it. She came in walking up the stairs in the gym, like limping a little bit, you know, and now she jumps a 35-inch box. I mean, she's boom. And she has 2 kids, and she's over 40. I'm not going to say how much. But, you know, it's all possible. All of them walk in not believing in themselves. I'm too old. I'm too this. I don't care. Just do what I say.
It's crazy how fitness goals, fitness lessons spill over into other parts of your life, right?
So much. This whole book, it's a mindset book. It's about how to have willpower, mental strength, and stuff. But the cool thing is, those are either fitness lessons or business lessons or stories from me being an immigrant. And it turns out it goes into mindset lessons. Like it all spills over. Every single thing we do in the gym is not, I don't train their bodies, I train their minds, and then the bodies are following sort of what I taught them. Because it's like box jumps, jump on this box, they're all scared. What if I fall? Well, what if you don't?
Right. And then all of a sudden they work their way up to the most difficult thing, and they never thought they could get even half of what they achieved, right?
I'm telling you, I'm not training bodies. I'm training minds. I'm training mindsets. I'm training people to believe in themselves. I'm training people to have less anxieties, less depressions. I'm training people to live life differently from here into the body. It's just crazy. I feel like my job is mental strength, and the physical strength is just a part of side effect of what we do here. Everyone comes in with some sort of insecurities, anxieties, depressions, disbelief. It's just those transformations make me so excited because yeah, any trainer can make you stronger or fitter, just one more, and that makes you a trainer, just saying one more all day long. But getting those people to believe in themselves again, whoa, I have a purpose. I have a purpose, gets me excited.
Nice. And so this book is on Amazon right now, launching today. Today's the first day,
Today
right?
today's the first day. That's why the price is so low. Get it?
Yeah. So get it on Amazon. We're going to be putting things in place. The price is going to rise.
Oh yeah.
Most likely, the price is going to rise here in a couple days. So get the book.
Mm-hmm.
It's only $5 on Amazon. It's called Stay Sore. Bo Skitsko. His company is called Bo Fit. The biggest question that I have for you next, Bo, is how can you scale you? Are you going to be doing courses? Are you going to be speaking across the nation? What are you going to be doing to launch this book or to get out there to help people outside of Ohio, which is where you're located?
Yeah, right now I actually have already uh, two speaking gigs scheduled for students that want to. One speaking gig is for students that want to open a business, which makes me extremely proud. And one gig is for students that want to be trainers in the future. So I'm going to talk to them about the fitness industry, and the other one's about running a business. So those are my next two steps, immediate steps, and then we'll see. We'll go from there. It just launched today, so I'm still busy with that. I'm still wrapping my head around that part.
Well, once the things start to calm down a little bit, we're going to help you get to the bestseller status. We're going to see where we stand, and you're going to be an Amazon bestseller before you know it here. So get ready to have a
Looking
whole new
forward to it.
accolade to your name.
Right before this interview with you, I looked and it's already number one release.
Number one new release. Good. Okay.
Oh,
We're moving. I'll check it out. It'll be moving towards the bestseller number here very soon. This is a very tough time of year, but we'll
I
get you
know,
there.
before Christmas. But hey, I had to release it before people make their New Year's resolutions. This is
That's
gonna
true.
kick your behind into gears.
Yeah, good way to put it. You get this book out there because everybody's going to start that new chapter in their life come January 1st, and you're going to be a part of it if they have your book.
See, this is how I operate. I'm not trying to brag or anything, maybe a little bit, but this is how I operate. If I would launch this book, let's say February, I would have a much easier time to get bestseller status on Amazon because
Yeah,
right now there's so much competition on Amazon. Everyone buys Christmas gifts, but it's not about me. It's about my clients. It's about people, and I know they're gonna need this January 1st. They need it right now. So what I need is a little less important. I need to serve my people first and give them the best value. So if I don't make bestseller, at least I got them prepared for New Year.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Bestseller can always come. We could do it next month, next year, whatever. But get the book out there, get in their hands, and then we're going to help you out with all the little the cool stuff that once you hit that bestseller part, you could put it on the cover of the book and people will know it. Jay,
Sweet.
it's all stages, man. And once you have all these little tools, you're going to be a more of a badass for the public speakers to kind of hire you to join their organizations, and people are going to be looking at you in a whole new light because all of a sudden you're going to go from Bo Skitsko entrepreneur to now author to best-selling author to public speaker, and then who knows where you're going from there.
That's the plan, man. That's the plan.
Hey, check this out. And this wasn't planned either. Built to Grow right next to it. Here it is.
There you go. There you go.
I'm going to tag you. This is another great book. Built to Grow, Tim Lyons, great coach based out of Arizona. Bo Skitsko, based out of Ohio. And if you have any questions regarding fitness, reach out to him. He's a guy who will help you out. Look at his Facebook, look at his Instagram, and you're very active on both. So what's your Facebook? What's your Facebook page and what's your Instagram name?
Both of them are at BoFit Studio. At BoFit Studio, just one big word without the dumbbell in between. BoFit Studio.
Beautiful.
Both Instagram, Facebook. If you want the website, it's bofitstudio.com.
Hey, the theory around here is that if you just write and change things and do things in your life and build things, you become the hero of your own story. That's exactly what you did, Bo. Thanks so much. It was an honor to work with you. And
same here. Thank you.
Let's get this thing out there and get it in front of everybody for Christmas. Christmas is coming, guys. Pick it up. Bo Fit, his book, Stay Sore, coming to you this year. Bo, thanks so much, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, guys. If you want to have any questions for Bo or me, send them down below. I'll comment on my Facebook, or if you're on YouTube right now, if you're on Instagram, if you're going to be watching this later, put it down below, direct message me or direct Bo, and we'll get back to you. We'll see you next time, guys. And if you keep chasing that hero of yours, hell, you might just catch him. We'll see you.